Yo, what's going on? Chavo Guerrero Jr. here, giving a big shout out to Wrestling Rehab. Keep watching, keep listening, and viva la raza.
Órale. Órale, Cholo Trucker Wrestling Rehab. Shouts to all the junkies out there. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. So, look, the time came up against me, man. I wasn't able to do a pre show for WrestleMania Night 1, the Spencer. However, I did watch WrestleMania Night 1, and we got a lot to get into on that one, man. Shout out to all the junkies. It is WrestleMania. Here we are before Night 2. Night 1 is behind us. Um, Obviously, there's gonna be a ton of spoiler alerts. If you guys did not watch WrestleMania Night One, then oh well, that's on you. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cover first before we get into all that. Um, Shout outs to my boy Pablo, man. He will not be on here with us today, but hopefully we can get him on soon. But anyway, before we get into all that, let me go ahead and touch on the Hall of Fame for a minute. I thought it was actually pretty cool how they went ahead and brought Paul Heyman into the Hall of Fame. Paul Heyman. What's up, Pastor Benny? My name is Paul Heyman, right? I believe now that Paul Heyman is the greatest of all time, above all other managers. There are some great ones out there. The Moth of the South, Jimmy Hart, Sensational Sherry, um, Bobby the Brain Heenan. There are many, many greats. But when I think of how long Paul Heyman has been doing it, and he's always with guys that are top dogs, man. I truly believe, man, that Paul Heyman is probably the best of all of them. Damn, that guy's so damn good. He is so damn good. All right. So as we start leading up to oh, by the way, I don't know, this kind of hit me by surprise, man. Did anybody know that Undertaker was gonna be inducting um Muhammad Ali? I had no idea. I had no idea. That was kind of a shocker to me. I was just like, oh damn, check this out. The dead man, homie. That's pretty feat, man. The Rock getting the People's Champion. That's actually a pretty damn cool title. It is. And boy, did he put it on display, Holmes. Man, did he put it on display. So, anyway, with all that, by the way, I actually watched the Hall of Fame after night one. Saturday was a very busy day during the day for me, at least. And I did not get a chance to see NXT Stand and Deliver. Apparently, it's really, really good. I want to go ahead and check it out. I did not get a chance to see the Hall of Fame Friday night, but I did watch it this morning. So, and I thought it was good, man. I thought it was pretty damn good. And we are working on our Hall of Fame here on Wrestling Rehab, the Wrestling Rehab Hall of Fame. We are working on that. So we'll be dropping details um, this coming week. So, all right, Holmes, let's get into WrestleMania Night 1, and then we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about what to expect on WrestleMania Night 2. Okay. And so we'll be on here. We'll be on here for a minute. If you guys want to tune on to Peacock, there's already stuff going on a little bit here and there. You got Michael Cole out there. You got CM Punk out there. They're doing their thing. But let's go ahead and let's talk a little bit about what happened on WrestleMania Night 1. So here we are. This has been the somebody help me out here. The fourth year, fifth year. How many years has it been since WrestleMania went to two nights? It hasn't been long. It's been about, I want to say 4 years, maybe 5 years max. But here we are, man. WrestleMania Night 1 is behind us now. And let's go ahead and let's get into it because it it was very predictable. But all right, so let's start with the very first match. Okay, very first match, you had the women's championship. You had Rhea Ripley, Mommy, going up against Becky Lynch. By the way, I gotta tell you, man, the entrance for Becky Lynch was very, very mediocre. There was really nothing going on there. Her outfit was actually pretty cool. If you guys didn't notice, she actually looked like a Budweiser can with the writing. What's up, Mob Nasty? With the writing, Becky Lynch looked like a Budweiser can. Now, Mommy's entrance, okay, Rhea Ripley's entrance with the band out there doing it up. Yeah, that was pretty cool, man. That was pretty cool. You could tell. And by the way, Michael Cole and the crew there let you know how cold it was. And you could tell the breeze was out there, was blowing in people's hairs. I didn't really see like the fans, super cold. But at one point, Michael Cole ended up putting a beanie on. Um, Rhea Ripley, her entrance was just cool, dog. I just liked it. Having that band out there. It's not my taste of music, but it fit her. Going into this match, I was thinking that Becky Lynch was going to win. I was against it. I was against it. Word is that this is it for Becky Lynch. This is her final year. She wants to spend time with her family, and that's it. She's gonna retire from wrestling. I don't know how old she is, but she wants to focus on her family. So I was thinking they probably are going to give her one last run with the title, maybe all the way to SummerSlam or Crown Jewel or something like that. I jumped on the mommy bus now. Orale. Hey, as Benny, see, homie, it's not that bad, right? It's not that bad, homie. Let me tell you guys something, man. Mommy, Rhea Ripley, right now, forget about male and female. I'm not talking about just the women's division. I'm just talking about in wrestling, in the business right now. She is one of the hottest wrestlers right now. She is top five, probably even top four, top three. I mean, when you think about being relevant and who people really, really want to see, yeah, you could name Roman Reigns, The Rock, Cody Rhodes. Rhea Ripley's somewhere in that mix. Her name is somewhere in that mix. She is red hot right now. So I thought it would have been a mistake to take the strap off of her. And by the way, she has been champion for a year, and I'm not bored. I am not bored, homie. I'm not bored. I'm not tired of her being champion. And not only that, I still want her to be champion. I don't think there's anybody right now, as it stands, I don't think there's any female that's on her level to dethrone her. Somebody needs to get built up. That's why I was saying earlier this week that I really enjoyed what they were doing with Nia Jax. They were really building Nia Jax up. And had they continued to do that and not have Nia Jax face Rhea Ripley at Elimination Chamber, then maybe you could have had Nia Jax take the strap off of Mommy had you kept them away from each other. I have Peacock and seeing that they have a bunch of WWE stuff. Have to catch up. Yeah, right now on Peacock, you got Michael Cole, CM Punk, Big E, and shoot, dang it, his name just escaped me. Pat McAfee. They're out there just chopping it up, man. Um, we'll be on here probably leading all the way to WrestleMania night 2. So anyway, I really enjoyed them building up Nia Jax. I thought that would have been the match to do at WrestleMania, but Becky Lynch, again, this is going to be her final year according to her. So why not give her one more WrestleMania moment? I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys this, man. Her moves in the ring, if you guys watched it, it was the very first match. If you guys watched it, her moves weren't all that great, dog. She's starting to lose a little bit of steam, okay, in her moves. I'm not saying she's botching her moves a lot. I'm not saying she's botching them, but her moves are pretty slow and she's not executing her moves very well. Now, Becky Lynch is one of the top dogs. I get it. I am a fan. I'm just not a super fan like that. What's up, G Funky? Is Roman versus Cody still the main event? Yes, it is, man. Yes, it is. And we'll definitely get to that. Anybody who likes boxing, go check out this channel right here, man. That's my boy G Funky right there. He don't hit you with that BS, man. So Becky Lynch, it seems like her speed has really slowed down. Her moves are a lot slower. They were not well executed. You could see that in that match. And this is WrestleMania, homie. This is the showcase of the Immortals. Like I said, her outfit looked pretty good. She looked like a Budweiser can. That was pretty freedom. I like that. But nonetheless, look, decent match. For whatever. Look, people just want to have problems. People just want to have problems. Now you got people complaining. Oh, why you put the women's title as the very first match? Triple H already came out and defended it. I don't have an issue with it. Um, I was a little bit underwhelmed that it was Mommy versus Becky Lynch, especially when you compare it to last year's WrestleMania when it was Mommy versus the greatest of all time in Charlotte Flair. And in my opinion, that should have been last year, night 1, main event. Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair. If anybody wanted to complain, that was the time to complain. Why not make that match? Mommy was red hot then, just like she is now, going up against Charlotte Flair, who, in my opinion, is the greatest of all time. That should have been the main event at night 1, WrestleMania of last year. But it wasn't. It's behind us. Oh, well. Okay. This is a step down, right? The competition, her versus Becky Lynch. And the match itself was kind of a step down. It wasn't that great of a match. It was a good match. It was a good match. Hey, Esther Benny, I'm not lying, homie. I'm not lying. Go check it out. Check out her outfit. She looked like a Budweiser can, dog. But nonetheless, look, Mommy comes out with the victory. It surprised me, not because I didn't want Rhea Ripley to win. I definitely wanted her to win, but I really thought they were going to give the strap to Becky Lynch and have her, she was gonna run it all the way to SummerSlam or Crown Jewel or something like that. But giving her one more WrestleMania, shot at the showcase of the Immortals in a very meaningful match, cool, so be it. It's a step down, like I said, for Rhea Ripley in the match, the magnitude of the match that she had last year. But nonetheless, look, Becky Lynch, she's been around, man. She's a pioneer. She earned it. I'm not hating on her. Good thing she had a big, meaningful match, WrestleMania, one last time, if this truly is her final year. So Rhea Ripley comes out with the win, still remaining women's champion and is still red hot. I do not see her losing any steam. I do not see anybody bored. I do not see anybody talking about like, oh man, she's still a champion. Like, come on, get the strap off her. I have not heard anybody talk like that. So she's still champ. Where does Becky Lynch go from here? Don't know. Real Ripley, where she go from here? She just keeps on climbing higher, homie. Just keeps on climbing higher. They're really gonna have to build some superstar, somebody, because there's nobody on her level right now. All right, so let's go ahead and let's move on. The Spencer, I had to take a drink of water. Let's go ahead and let's move on. Let me see. What was the stipulation for last night's tag team match? I was very confused. We'll get to that G Funky, but just to simplify it for you, homie, in case you don't want to stick around, um, if Roman and Rock won, then it basically becomes a no holds barred match for tonight. If Roman and Rock lost, then everybody's banned from ringside. There cannot be any type of outside interference whatsoever. It's just a straight up match. So that was the stipulation for last night's tag team match. Why did Seth Rollins care so much? Heck, I don't know. He's he has a very important match tonight too, and we'll get to all that. But I just want to go ahead and throw that out there to you, G Funky man, in case you got a roll, homie. But all right, let's get in to the second match of night one. So you had this huge ladder tag team match going into this. All right, going into this, I I thought it was too much. Meaning, look, I love these matches. I love these ladder matches with tag teams. I love them. Honestly, I thought it was too many tag teams. My favorite of all time would probably still be the first one that got the Hardy Boys up there, where it was Hardy Boys versus Edge and Christian. I believe that was at a No Mercy. Um, and then after that, they threw in the Dudley Boys, and they had some good matches. But I always enjoyed the first one with the Hardy Boys and Edge and Christian. I thought that was better than the three tag teams once they threw in the Dudley Boys. But when I saw this, I'm like, dog, you got six tag teams? Like, just throw three tag teams in there, man. Like, that's already six people. You're throwing in six. That's 12 mofos out there. Like, to me, I'm just kind of like, hey, man, more can go ahead and ruin what's going to happen out there. You keep it a little bit more simple. Two tag teams, three tag teams. Dog, they went with six. Okay, they went with the Judgment Day. They went with DIY. They went with New Day. They went with Awesome Truth. They went with A Town Down Under, and they went with New Catch Republic. Now, I've been a fan of tag team wrestling for years, and at one point, the WWE didn't even have a tag team division. But I love tag team wrestling, and I think they need to bring back some more tag team wrestling, but real, true tag teams. I'm not talking about just put two superstars together and now you call them a tag team. I'm talking about real tag team. DIY came out looking a little bit like DX, paying homage to DX. That was cool. Rollins got that jackets from Chola's closet. We'll get into his wardrobe, Holmes. But what did you guys think about that ladder tag team match? Like I said, going into it, I thought they were doing too much with way too many damn tag teams. Okay. The way the match turned out to be, I thought it was one of the best matches of the night. I thought it was one of the best matches of the night. Our truth, I mean, it was pretty funny without being stupid. Sometimes I get a little bit I get I get tired of our truth here and there because I'm like, it's not really funny anymore. But this time around in the match, I thought he was funny and I thought it worked out when he thought it was like a regular tag team match. He's standing outside of the rope, wanting to get tagged in, waiting for the Miz to tag him in. He got tagged in. He gets the pinfall 1, 2, 3. The fans are into it. Obviously, that does not win them the match because it's a ladder match. But I thought that was pretty cool. That was pretty funny. A lot of great spots. A lot of great spots in this tag team match. I thought it was badass. I was skeptical of it going into it, but no, dog, I thought it was good. I thought it was pretty damn good. Now, the winners of this match, right? Oh, we did have outside interference. JD McDonough for for the New Day, the tag team of Damian Priest and Finn Balor, who were the tag team champions. That's right, were. He gets in there, makes his presence felt. This guy, there's two tables set up outside. He is on the top of the ladder. He gets pushed off the ladder. Well, by them tilting the ladder, pushing the ladder over from inside of the ring, falls out of the ring onto two tables, pretty much just breaking one. The other one kind of cracked a little bit. That was kind of a nasty fall, Holmes. But I mean, damn, he took a nice bump. This match had a lot of great spots, a lot of great spots, and probably one of the best, or one of the or the most entertaining match of the night. Word is, okay, this is just a rumor. This is just a rumor. Rumor is that they are going to do away with Money in the Bank pay per view and they are going to bring Money in the Bank match, the match, the Money in the Bank match, that they are going to bring that match back to WrestleMania. Okay, if you guys remember, Money in the Bank didn't start with its own pay per view. Money in the Bank was a match at WrestleMania, and you had 1 year from WrestleMania to cash in. Okay. And then it was I don't know how long it lasted. You guys could go ahead and help me out here. I don't know. It was a few years later they made Money in the Bank its own pay-per-view and then it's a year from then. But word is that they did this match just cuz they want to see if it works out that they can go ahead and the Money in the Bank pay-per-view and bring Money in the Bank back as a match to WrestleMania, which would be fine for me. I think that's cool, Holmes. You have on night one, you would have either the male or female Money in the Bank match, and then night two have the other match at WrestleMania. I would be cool with that. So anyway, they split the tag team titles. So now we got two different tag teams, one for each brand. You have A Town Down, who became champions, I believe, for the SmackDown side. And the match continued. They could have been undisputed champions, but there was no way that was going to happen because what's the point of having two straps up there, two different sets of straps up there, if you're just gonna have the same team win both of them? And guess what, man? Which, by the way, A Town Down, which is Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, I think they're doing pretty good as a tag team. I think they're doing pretty good as a tag team. I like them. They're both somewhat annoying, and I like them, man. I think that's pretty cool. Now, the other tag team that won, which is Awesome Truth, which is the Miz and our Truth. I'm a little perplexed on that, man. I'm not okay. I mean, is our Truth on his way out? Do you just want to kind of give him a little bit of a tag team title run? I'm not really sure why you would have them do it and have them as a tag team as tag team champions. I'm not saying why have them as a tag team, but you have them as tag team champions. Um, yeah, okay, cool. That's not who I would have chose, but all right, that's cool, dog. Let me see. Money in the Bank at WrestleMania would be badass. Yeah, you could have the male night one, female night two, or vice versa. So you're tripping, homie. Eight Town sucks. That's it. Hey, they're a good heel tag team. They are a good heel tag team. And Grayson Waller, I think, he's actually pretty good, man. He's actually pretty good. He's growing on me as a heel, man. He's actually pretty good. Austin Theory, he's always been full of himself, but I don't have a problem with them winning one set of the tag teams. The Awesome Truth, that one's I'm a little bit like, okay, you're really gonna take them serious, huh? All right. Well, so be it, man. But you got two new tag team champions right there. Awesome Truth, which is our Truth and the Miz, and A Town Down, which is Austin Theory and Grayson Waller in a really, really good match. I really enjoyed it. I didn't think I was going to. I thought they kind of ruined it by throwing too many tag teams, but nah, Charlie Dog, it was actually good. I enjoyed the heck out of that match. Now, with Damian Priest not being tag team champion anymore, does this mean that now they made room for him to cash in his Senor Money in the Bank? Because I had been saying it. I had been saying it. He's not going to cash in while he's tag team champion. While he's a tag team champion, he's not going to cash it in. But now he's not. So now I'm keeping an eye out on that. So we'll see what happens with that. Here we're coming up to night two here soon. So all right, man, let's move on. Rey Mysterio and Andrade versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio last year was father versus son. Again, this is a step down um, from last year. What Ray and Dominic facing each other. This is a step down below that. Now they put them in a tag team match. I got to go ahead and tell you guys this. That was a really good match. It was a really good match. By the way, you cannot make this up. You cannot make this up, Palms. This was an all Latino raza affair, homie, right? And what was sponsoring this match? Aguas Frescas. Yes, Agua Fresca, homie. Minute Maid Agua Fresca. This match was sponsored by Agua Frescas. That is firme, dog. You cannot make this stuff up. This was badass, Holmes. I was watching with my sons and daughters say, "Oh, damn, look at this! This match is sponsored by Agua Frescas." Oh, damn, homie. That is too damn good. That is too damn good. All we needed was at the end was for all of them or the winners to grab some agua frescas and do the Stone Cold thing, smash them together and pound them like Stone Cold did his pisto, dog. That is, oh, I loved it. I loved it. All right, look, this was a really good match. It was the LWO out there, who I'm not really that big of a fan of. To me, the LWO, I mean, Rey Mysterio, he's cool. He's always good. Andrade, he looks like he joined the LWO, obviously. Carlito, look, I'm a fan of Carlito. I spit on the face of people who don't want to be cool. Carlito, I don't know how old he is, man. He's up there in age. Selena Vega, I think she was probably a little bit better as a heel. Um, as a face, look, I never thought she was really that great of a wrestler. She's I thought she was better with just a little bit more of a manager or something like that. Everybody obviously starts getting involved, right? Electra Lopez starts getting involved. Zelina Vega does this moonsault from the middle turnbuckle to the outside, doesn't really land it. Electra Lopez needed to be a heck of a lot closer. Selena Vega almost lands just, on her own. It was only just the feet really that caught Electra Lopez, but a lot going on there. Some really good spots. I can't even name you the guys that are in the LWO, the tag team dudes, I got no idea. When it comes to the other faction, Santos Escobar is probably the only one I can name. And Electra Lopez. I don't really know who the other fools are. I seen them. I know I've heard their names. It's just really not that interesting to me. If you want to make them very interesting, have them be actual tag teams going after tag team championships. Have them actually be. You could have had them in part of that tag team match. Remove some of those other tag teams, but they are so irrelevant. At least to me, I don't know. Maybe you guys really know who they are and huge fans of theirs and everything. Dog, when do these fools even ever wrestle? I just see them coming out with Carlito and Rey Mysterio. And when it comes to the other faction, I just see them coming out with Santos Escobar. I don't really see them doing too much, just getting involved, interfering in matches. But as far as having like a really full on match, not too much, man. Leva World Order for Domadork. The double splash was badass. Yeah, man. Yeah, I look. It was a good match, good spots. Did the Philadelphia Eagle players need to get involved? No, I don't think they did. I thought this was a really, really good match. And those dudes didn't need to get involved. Them getting involved, I think, kind of cheapened it. But they're in Philadelphia. Okay, so be it. It doesn't ruin it for me, but it didn't have to happen. It was a really good, entertaining match. I really enjoyed it, man. Those guys coming in and interfering. And then they took off the mask and everything, and then people are like, who are they? I get it. It's in Philadelphia. I understand that. All right. I was at WrestleMania last year, right here, baby, in Los Angeles, homie. I don't know if most people that were there were actually from Los Angeles. I ran into people from all over the world, different continents. Africa. The dude that was sitting next to me was from France. There were some Japanese people there, but all right. It was a good match. I didn't like the interference at the end, but it doesn't ruin it for me, man. By the way, the LWO does win. It kind of looked, there was a time right there where it looked like Rey Mysterio was going to spank Dominic again. But again, two WrestleManias in a row, Rey Mysterio gets the victory over his son, which leads me to believe one thing, and that is this: that Rey Mysterio's final match will be against Dominic at WrestleMania next year, and Rey Mysterio will lose. He will lose to Dominic and give up the mask. As we move on to brother versus brother, Jimmy versus Jay. What's up, Vanessa? Jimmy versus Jay. Look, I thought they could have done a much better job in building this match up. I really wanted them to involve Rikishi. They never really truly did. They never really truly involved none of their family members, which that's what I was looking for, homie. I was looking for them to involve their family. I really wanted them to involve their family, but they never really got there. It was just brother versus brother. Now, right before the match, the build up to it, right? The video that they showed, that really got me excited for it. I'm gonna tell everybody this right now, man. The match itself was very underwhelming. It was very underwhelming. If you like to see super kicks done by the Usos, then you're gonna love this match because that's basically all it was. Super kick after super kick, trading super kicks. That's all the match really was. And I remember going back, what was it? A year, maybe a year and a half ago, when they were asked, what would be your dream match? And they both said the dream match would be to face each other at a WrestleMania. And since then I was just like, okay, that would be pretty cool. Brother versus brother. Let's make that happen. And here it is. It happened last night at WrestleMania. And I'm telling you guys this right now. The match was, if I'm gonna be generous, was decent. And that's me being generous. It was just super kick after super kick after super kick after super kick. Trading super kicks. Wasn't that good. Was not that good. But Jay Uso comes out with the victory on that one. And again, um, out of what would I rank it? It was probably like a C minus, C minus, maybe a D plus. Not that good of a match. All right, let's move on. We had a triple threat match. That's right, a triple threat match, which means what? Which means that the women's tag team championships were not were not defended at WrestleMania. Instead, they decided to put the tag team women's champion in a triple threat match here. So you had the Kabuka Warriors, the tag team champions, Asuka and Kairi Sane teaming up with Dakota Kai. Obviously, their damage control against Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill, who everybody except me has really been anticipating, Jade Cargill to come out. Now, I have been wanting to see Jade Cargill come out and have a match. I've heard a lot of things about her. I never really got a chance to see her at AEW. So I really don't know what she brings, right? But I was hearing that she was botching a lot at some of the house shows. So I'm like, huh, okay. I've never seen her wrestle. Like I said, I never saw her at AEW. But our rumors were that she was botching a lot in her matches at house shows. So this match, it was it was okay. It was all right. It's probably like another, C minus, maybe C plus match. It was okay. There was really no great spots that really jumped out at me or anything like that. Jade Cargill did not have a lot of ring time. People were just waiting for her to get into the ring. And then when she finally did, look, man, she has a really, really cool female look to her. She really, truly does. She looks like a superhero. Like if you're gonna make the movie X-Men again, dog, you got to use her as Storm. She's got a real crazy, cool, female ass look to her. But she gets in the ring, and a lot of her moves are kind of botched. And instead of focusing on what she needs to be doing in the ring, she's playing to the crowd, and she's not hitting her spots. She's making somebody like Dakota Kai just wait and wait and wait. She's making Kyrie Zane just stay on the top rope, on the top turnbuckle, just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting because Jade Cargill is over there just playing to the crowd, trying to pump the crowd up, like, yeah, yeah, I'm here, baby. And it's like, girl, you got to be engaged in your match. Her moves were not that impressive to me. Again, there might be a lot there more. There might be a heck of a lot more to her. But for one reason or another, people really, really, really love her, dog, and they really want to see. They're really waiting for her because apparently she's all that on a bag of chips, and maybe she is. I don't know. The highness with six packs. Hey, the hyena that has a six pack for me, it better be a six pack of pisto that she's handing me, Holmes. But yeah, dog. Again, there she is. Here she is in a match. It was underwhelming. She played to the crowd a lot, which made her kind of miss a lot of her spots, or just had her just waiting. I'm sorry, had uh, everybody else just waiting so she could hit her spots because she's over there just worried about just playing to the crowd. And I'm just kind of like, okay, what is so special? She looks cool, don't get me wrong. I mean, her look is incredible, but outside of that, man, there's really been nothing there for me to say like, damn, she's badass. But nonetheless, man, Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi, they get the win. And I guess the match that has to happen that they're looking to build up, maybe we'll get it at SummerSlam, is Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair. Apparently, that's the match that everybody's looking forward to. I need to see more of Jade Cargill because she's botching some of her stuff. She's not hitting her moves, man. And she needs to stop playing to the crowd so much and focus on the match in ring. Okay, let's get to the meat on the bone, all right? We got about an hour before WrestleMania Night 2 kicks in, and we'll be here all the way till that happens. Okay, let's get into to Night 2. That's right, Vanessa. High now with a six pack. It better be a six pack of pisto that she's handing over to me. All right, let's get into the meat on the bone. We got the most prestigious championship of all time for me personally. That is the Intercontinental Championship. I did not like this match. I was worried that this was going to happen. For those who don't know, I never considered Gunther the greatest Intercontinental champion of all time. Okay. He beat the Honky Tonk Man's record as the longest Intercontinental champion. I never considered Honky Tonk Man the greatest Intercontinental champion. The longest reigning Intercontinental champion, obviously, can't dispute that. The greatest, no. Now, I had said it. I had said it. Now that Gunther passed the Honky Tonk Man's record, now it did matter to me. It did matter to me who took the strap off of Gunther. And the fact that it's Sami Zayn, I'm not down with it, dog. I'm not down with it. I would have been cool with Chad Gable. I would have been cool. Look, if you want to build somebody up, you could have brought in Braun Breaker, somebody new, somebody fresh, somebody who's going to be around at the company for a while. By the way, I did not know this till after the match that Gunther was champion for 666 days. Yes, 666. I have not seen the new movie, The First Omen, but if this was planned, they should have had him in that movie, even if it's just for a small little snippet. They should have had him in the movie, The First Omen, just someone in the background or something. I don't know, just some scary guy that just walked around, something. Because I had no idea till after the match that he was champion for 666, 666 days. Nonetheless, he has been dethroned. I don't think anybody will beat his record in my lifetime. He has been dethroned by Sami Zayn, which is very, very, very underwhelming to me. I thought it should have been somebody else. Like I said, Braun Breaker came to mind. Chad Gable, I thought would have been pretty good, but no, it's Sami Zayn. Okay, all right. Sami Zayn has his fan base. I like Sami Zayn, but I just nah, dog. Come on. I don't. I'm not really sure what he's gonna do with the IC strap. I don't know how great of an Intercontinental champion he's really gonna be. He's just. I don't know, dog. I'm sure Paul is happy. Pablo loves Sami Zayn, but nah, Charlie, dog. This was. Check this out. Sammy gonna lose it on Raw now. Watch. Check this out. The first time, the first time that I root for Gunther to win so he can stay Intercontinental Champion, the one time I do that, the fool loses. Son of a bastard, dog. Why do these things happen to me? Why do these things happen to me? I have been rooting against Gunther in his title reign for a long time. And now, for the first time that I root for him to stay, to remain champion, he loses. The heck is going on here? All I can hope, all I can hope for. That's right, Benny. I was rooting for the general for the first time, homie. For the first time, I was rooting for the general. If you guys been following this channel, yeah, everybody will tell you, dog. I hated that fool as Intercontinental Champion. I hated the fact that he was the Intercontinental Champion. I hated the fact that he beat the Honky Tonk Man's record. I hated the fact that he changed or that the title he did not change it, but he's not the one that did it. I forgot who's the one that did it. I don't know if it was uh Shinsky. Somebody changed it, but that belt looks horrible. And for the one time that I root for this bastard to remain Intercontinental Champion, he loses it. I said, Benny, I'm not even going to address that comment, but I'll address this one. How about them splashes? look, look, because Sami Zayn's wife was out there, that made it entertaining. Okay. I don't want to say this match sucked. Okay. Because it had some pretty cool moments. It did. It did. I'm not going to say it was one of the greatest Intercontinental matches I've ever seen because it wasn't. By far, it was not. Okay. But the fact that Sami Zayn's wife was front row and Gunther kept on talking to her before he did back to back splashes from the top rope. Holy smokes, dog. Good gosh. If you thought, if you thought Eddie Guerrero had good splashes, or Superfly, or Dirty Dom, man, you got to go check out Gunther's splashes from the top rope. This fool gets on the top rope. He thinks he got it, dog. I don't know why, right? By the way, Mommy landed a pretty damn good frog splash at her match. Wasn't great, but it was good. It was good enough for Gunther to go to Mommy and be like, "Hey, Real Ripley, can you help me? Because this guy looks like a pterodactyl. That big ass dinosaur bird, the pterodactyl, that's coming in for a landing. It is one of the worst splashes from the top ropes. I have criticized the Usos for doing it, but dog, Gunther from the top rope, this guy lands on his feet and then just collapses. Like, nonetheless, he has been dethroned. Mommy did hit a good frog. Yeah, she did. She did, man. She did. And she needs to teach Gunther a thing or two, dog, because those frog splashes, it almost looks like I say, he looks like a freaking dinosaur bird. He looks like a pterodactyl. Somebody gonna do a belly flop in the swimming pool or something. It was all right. So Gunther has been dethroned. He loses the strap on 666. The conspiracies are out there that the WWE is part of the Illuminati and all this stuff is out there. You guys go entertain it if that's what you guys want to do. I don't care about any of that. That's fine. Go entertain it. That's what they're looking to do. I hope I have not seen the first Omen, the new movie that came out this weekend. It would have been cool if they would have put Gunther. He is a scary looking dude, by the way. If they would have put him in there just for that. But we have a new Intercontinental champion, Sami Zayn. That is very, very, very underwhelming. It was an okay match. What made it entertaining was that Sami Zayn's wife was out there and Gunther was over there running his mouth to her. Sami Zayn wins, hitting the Tolu kick, and it was a decent match. Okay, it was a decent match. All right, moving on. So I already gave you my thoughts about it. I just want to say before we move on, um, I don't think Sami Zayn is champion this time next year. I don't think he's champion come December. I'm not even so sure he's champion come Crown Jewel. If I'm gonna guess, I'm gonna guess he loses it either before or at SummerSlam. But I don't think Sami Zayn has a long reign with the strap. I don't. Moving along to the main event last night of night one, we got the main event. Cody Rhodes teams up with Seth freaking Rollins. Why does Seth freaking Rollins care? I don't know, but oh well. He teams up with him versus The Rock and Roman Reigns. It was supposed to be for what, 2, 3 years? People wanting the WWE universe, wanting Reigns versus Rock. Reigns versus Rock. But because, as The Rock says, all the Cody crybabies, that's not what happened. Instead, we got this match. The Rock comes out with the People's Championship title that he got the night before at the Hall of Fame from the Ali family, Muhammad Ali's wife. They made him a People's Champ title, which is actually a pretty female looking title, dog. They made it specifically for The Rock. It's got the Brahma bull right in the center. It's a pretty badass looking title. He comes out rocking some bell bottoms, using that strap like he really is champion. And hey, look, he got the title. He got the title, man. He was awarded that title. Okay, up to this point, WrestleMania Night One to me was okay. It had been okay. It had not been great, but it had been okay. I thought this tag team match, before this tag team match started, I thought it was dumb. I thought it was stupid. It didn't really make too much sense to me. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. This match saved, in my opinion, saved WrestleMania Night One because this match was badass. I really, truly enjoyed Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins versus The Rock and Roman Reigns. The Rock telling the ref not to count. I will fire your ass. The Rock abusing his power. The Rock over there with Mama Rhodes. Mama Rhodes. Right? Cody Rhodes' mom and his father in law are there, front row at ringside. This is for you, Mama Rhodes. This was a great match. I was highly entertained all the way through and through. And The Rock, yeah, look, homie, the Rock at his age, he still got it. He still got some. I don't want to make it seem like he's got it like he did many years ago, but he can still go. He can still go and put on somewhat of an entertaining match. Now he was in a tag team match, but this does not take away of what should have happened, and it should be Roman Reigns versus Rock. This was very entertaining. I personally thought that Drew McIntyre was going to come out and Claymore kick Seth freaking Rollins, costing them the match. Therefore, it sets up pushes the rivalry to tonight between Seth and Drew McIntyre. And it does, and you know, this match, the outcome was so predictable. Nobody, nobody should have ever thought that Cody and Seth were going to win this match. It wouldn't have made sense. How would it make sense for Cody and Seth to win last night's match and it just be just a regular match at WrestleMania Night 2? Now, does it make sense that the final boss needed to make this match and say, hey, you know what? The stipulations will change to Blood Rules match night 2. No, he's the final boss. He could have just came out and said, like, hey, well, check this out. Without having this match, when you face Roman Reigns, is Bloodline Rules. He's the final boss. If he's over there telling the ref not to count, if he's over there pulling the ref out of the ring and saying, you can't disqualify us, he's the final boss, then why not just make the match Bloodline Rules anyway? But it was a very entertaining match nonetheless. It was fun. I enjoyed it. And yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, you know, for what it's worth, The Rock got back in there and, you know, he did pretty good. Lets me know that he could go in there and have a good match against Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, as a matter of fact, ended up spearing The Rock on accident, which is leading us to WrestleMania Night 2. So let's put WrestleMania Night 1 behind us now because that's where it's at. It was a good match, entertaining match. Um, really, not a lot of, you know, outside interference or anything like that. It kind of became almost to a certain extent, kind of a no holds barred tag team match. They were out of the ring for a heck of a lot more than 10 seconds, and the referee couldn't count because The Rock had told them, "If you count, I'll fire your ass." So you know, but it was a really good match. Loved it. Loved the match. Didn't love it didn't make a lot of sense to me. Seth Rollins was in a grueling match, and now he has a championship match tonight. So let's go ahead and let's move on to night 2. Let me give me a second. I want to make sure I got it all here in front of me. Okay, and I do, and it looks like night 2 actually only has 6 matches, which is cool. That's fine. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I was gonna talk about Seth Rollins and what he was wearing last night. I tell you, dog, his wardrobe is something else, Holmes. It is something else, dog. He comes out. I don't know. I don't even really know how to explain what he was wearing, but like on his left shoulder, he's got like this. I I don't know if it's like a huge flower or something, and I don't know, dog. It just looks uncomfortable, homie, of what this dude's wearing to the ring. But I'm sure he'll be wearing something else as well tonight. So, all right, let's go ahead and let's move on to tonight too. And this is how it's got it set up on CBS Sports. All right, so it can go down this way. It may not go down this way. The lineup, but we'll go down the way the lineup has it right here. Okay, looks like it could be. Oh shoot, where did it go? I just jumped up. Okay, looks like the first match will be Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, according to CBS. That is not according to me on Wrestling Rehab. According to CBS, Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre will kick off WrestleMania Night 2. Um, yeah, they did everything they could to bury this match. I don't hear anybody excited for this match. Um, and there was more excitement of Seth Rollins teaming up with Cody Rhodes for night one than there is for Seth Rollins defending his championship against Drew McIntyre. Seth Rollins being in the main event at night one did nothing for him. Absolutely nothing. If they would have won that match, it does not help Seth freaking Rollins at all. At all. It doesn't do anything for him against Drew McIntyre, which is the match that he really should be paying attention to because his championship is on the line. Nothing, absolutely nothing was on the line for Seth freaking Rollins, the Monday Night Messiah. Nothing was on the line for him at last night's WrestleMania main event. Nothing. But they had built that up much more than Seth versus Drew McIntyre, where everything for Seth Rollins is on the line on that match. And in my opinion, he's going to lose. In my opinion, Seth Rollins loses his strap to Drew McIntyre tonight, who I thought Drew McIntyre was going to interfere in last night's match. I thought it would have it would have set up tonight's match had Drew McIntyre landed a claymore on Seth freaking Rollins last night outside, on out of the ring on the outside. Maybe they had Cody Rhodes in there and Seth Rollins was about to go in there and whoop some ass, but bam, claymore kick, costing them the match, setting it up for tonight. But according to CBS, that's going to be the first match tonight. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. Title is on the line, and I'm predicting Drew McIntyre wins the match. We will get to Senor Money in the Bank in a second. Okay, according to CBS Sports, the second match following that one for night two is the Philadelphia Street Fight. So you got Final Testament, Karrion Cross, and Authors of Pain versus Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. This match, I am somewhat looking forward to, man. I think they're going to put on a good one. I mean, Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, I think it's going to be a good match. Don't get me wrong. I think this one's going to be pretty good, too. I think it's going to take up a lot of time. Um, Does it have to be a Philadelphia street fight? Maybe not. I would have liked Philadelphia street fight to be for the next match, but oh well. They have been going back and forth with each other. Has the storytelling been that good? Has it really got people involved? Is the universe, WWE universe, really talking about this match? No, not really. Not too much, man. But I do think it's gonna be entertaining. I like Bobby Lashley. I like the Street Profits. Karrion Cross, I mean, he's whatever. Authors of Pain, I think they could be, I think they're a force to be reckoned with. I'm glad that they are actually a true tag team. You can start doing, some pretty legitimate things with them and start building up the tag team division. They're big boys, man. They're big boys. They can be. a tag team powerhouse like Powers of Pain, like Legion of Doom, like APA, where they just start throwing their weight around, start demolishing dudes, man, because they are some big boys. So who do I got in this match? Who I think wins this match? Oh man, I could see either one of them winning. I think Final Testament wins this match some way, somehow, driving a wedge between Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits because I think they've lost steam. I do. I do. I thought they were pretty cool, pretty freedom once upon a time. Not too many people are paying attention to them anymore. I think they're kind of it's ran its course. I don't really see a lot of excitement for Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits anymore. I think it's ran its course. I think it's time for them to separate. And I think Bobby Lashley may have run his course, man. He's gonna need something different. If Bobby Lashley wants to stick around and stay in the company, he's probably gonna have to start doing his own thing at some point. This trio is not really holding weight the way it once was. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. This trio was never huge, but it was a little hotter before than it is now. And Final Testament, they just kind of stepped on the scene. So I'm thinking Final Testament's gonna win. I pick them, and I think Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits are probably gonna go their own separate ways and get away from that trio, man. Just because I think either Bobby Lashley's getting ready to hang it up, or Bobby Lashley um, wants to, enter the land of being relevant again. And this trio is kind of lost its relevancy. So, all right, the third match in a match that I thought maybe should have been a street fight, Philadelphia street fight, just because they've been building it up like that, and that is L.A. Knight, yeah, against AJ Styles. Now, it would have made more sense for this match to be a Philadelphia street fight because these guys have been meeting outside of the ring. A lot of them having physical contact and beating each other up has been everywhere except in the ring. Okay. LA Knight went to the home of AJ Styles last night. These guys threw down in the hallway of WrestleMania night one. There's footage of that. I don't know if you guys saw that. So personally, I would have made this match a Philadelphia street fight. These two guys have been coming off as, street fighters, and this is personal. This is real personal. So personal, I'm going to your house. So personal that as soon as I see you, it's on, homie. It's on site. So I would have liked this to have been a Philadelphia street fight. This is a match that I am looking forward to. I am looking forward to this match. I do like LA Knight. I like AJ Styles. AJ Styles as a heel, he's cool. He's cool. AJ Styles could he's a good heel, he's a good face, he can do it all. One of the best wrestlers to ever lace him up and step into the ring. I don't know how much longer AJ Styles has left, but this is a good match. I am looking forward to this match. LA Knight, yeah, I want him to get a pretty damn good push, man. I really do. He got over, and they didn't really do too much. They gave him a shot. They gave him a shot against Roman Reigns, but that was pretty much about it. So, but he's still over. Some people think that he might be losing a little bit of steam. Nah, I don't know, man. He might be. He might be. But he's still up there. He's still over, man. So this is a good match. Man, who the heck do I pick for this one? Apparently, okay, word is that AJ Styles, he's embracing his heel character. So we might see a little change with him on how he comes in and all. Um, I don't think you really want to bury LA Knight. You want to build him back up. But if LA Knight loses, I'm wondering, does he really start losing more steam? Are they really? Because look, LA Knight was on fire at one point, right? He was on fire at one point. Are they just throwing water on his fire? Are they just trying to cool LA Knight down? Yes, Sir Benny. Man, he wears his pants so damn tight. So I am looking forward to this match. I'm picking LA Knight to win. I'm not sure why you would have AJ Styles win and bury LA Knight more. Um, man, if Styles does win, okay, let's put it like this: if Styles does win, you are really throwing cold buckets of water on LA Knight's fire, which has kind of cooled down a little bit. So I'm going LA Knight. Yeah. All right, moving right along, man. The next match, according to CBS Sports, we got the United States Championship match. We got Logan Paul versus Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens in a match which I believe will probably be the best match of the night. You got three really, really damn good wrestlers. Yes, even Logan Paul. Even Logan Paul is a damn good wrestler. Now, Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, they've been teaming up against Logan Paul. Oh, this is a triple threat match, homie. Ain't no teaming up here. Okay, can only be one winner. And I believe at some point in the match, Kevin Owens is going to get RKO'd out of nowhere. I think this match, you got, like I said, three really, really damn good wrestlers. And they're going to put on quite the match. And I think it's going to be best match of the night. Now, I can see, uh, man, I'm trying to think about it because at first I could have seen Logan Paul dropping the strap, right? Not so much anymore. Now, especially because of everything that's been happening with Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, them just jumping and just them being all good, cool, friendly, and freedom with each other, but then putting hands on Logan Paul. Now I could see Logan Paul remaining champion, winning the match, and after that you have Randy and Kevin beef it with each other. So that is my pick. My pick is Logan Paul. If he loses, who becomes champ? Randy Orton? Kevin Owens? Where does Logan Paul go from there? So no, I think it will make sense, man. I think it will make sense if Logan Paul wins this match. Okay. Moving along, we got the co-main event, if you will, and that is the WWE Women's Championship match between Io Sky and Bailey. Bailey winning the Royal Rumble, Io Sky being champion. Io Sky, in my opinion, um, she was hot for a minute, and once she won the title, she just cooled down a lot, like a lot. Sometimes I forget that she's women's champion. Unlike Rhea Ripley, I sometimes forget that Io Sky is champ. Um, I think Bailey wins this match. I think it's, somewhat of a good match. I think Damage Control does get involved, but with Damage Control getting involved, somebody's gonna get into this match as well and help out Bailey. But this match, not a lot of hype behind it. They did okay to kind of hype it up, right? Bailey, she's the one starting Damage Control. She was the leader, and then the other homegirls went in there with Kyrie Zane and Asuka, and just kind of booted her out, man. But she wins Royal Rumble. She challenges Io Sky, and there you go. Am I really that excited for this match? No, not really. But I hope Bailey wins. That's who I'm going for. Let's go ahead and get to the meat on the bone here with night two's main event. Let me sit up. Okay. Undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes in Bloodline Rules. Okay. All right. So last night was the match that set it up. Okay. Not set up the main event, but set up what the stipulations were, right? Whether it was going to be just a regular match, whether it was going to be Bloodline Rules, which basically just means like a no holds barred match. That's why I had said there is no way whatsoever Cody and Seth win that match last night. So now you got Cody Rhodes, who went through a grueling match last night. Okay. And this is how they're going to build it up. Because I truly believe that Cody Rhodes will become champion tonight. I do believe that. Do I want it to happen? No, I don't. The reason why I don't want it to happen is because we are so close to Roman Reigns beating Hulk Hogan's record. September. September will be the month. I forgot what day exactly, but it will be in September that Roman Reigns would pass Hulk Hogan's title reign. We'll never get that close ever again. We will not get that close ever again. This is this is ridiculous, dog. I do not see why you would go this long having Roman Reigns be champion this long just for him not to surpass the immortal one. I don't get it. I don't understand why you would have him stay champion so damn long, get so damn close to the Hulkster's title reign if you're going to let Cody take it from him before that. Now, here's what I will say. Okay. Again, do I believe Cody's going to win? Yes. Do I want him to? No, actually, I don't. But this whole WrestleMania to me has a big black eye on it because in reality, it should have been Rock versus Roman. That's what everybody wanted for like 2 years. But now check this out. Is there a way that you can have Roman Reigns win, right? Because if we're going to be honest, you're going to have Cody Rhodes win back to back Royal Rumbles and lose to Roman Reigns back to back WrestleManias. I don't know, homie. I don't know. That's a tough one to swallow. But here's what I can tell you guys, okay? Here's a way that they can do it. Here's a way that maybe they can get away with it. Maybe. And that is this. You have I'm sorry, you have Dustin Rhodes. Oh yeah. Go Dust. You have Dustin Rhodes interfere and cost Cody the match. That's the only way. That's the only way I can see this going down. You make sure you got Dustin Rhodes waiting in the wings. Cody is almost there for the win. And Dustin Rhodes, Gold Dust, goes in there and costs Cody the match. Because outside of that, man, outside of that, Cody's gonna win. Cody's gonna win. We're not gonna be able to witness history, and we never will in our lifetime again. And it's all happening simply because, as The Rock calls them, Cody crybabies, I guess, but because they went ahead, they wanted to do Rock versus Roman, but no, instead we're going down this route. And dog, I'm telling you guys right now, man, it is very upsetting. This WrestleMania has really been underwhelming. It's been a step down or two or three or four or five from last year's WrestleMania. It has. So far, this has not been the best or biggest WrestleMania of all time. It's been good. I mean, some of the matches have been pretty damn good. But, dog, Cody wins tonight, wins that title. It's Bloodline Rules, which is, I guess, just a no holds bar. Ah, dog. I'm not feeling it. I'm already kind of upset. But we shall see, man. We shall see. Anyway, we got less than 20 minutes before WrestleMania kicks off. I'm gonna go ahead and watch a little bit of the countdown show right now. Peter Rosenthal is interviewing Fluffy Gabriel Iglesias. Glad he's there. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna tap up out of here. Uh, I'm I'm holding on to hope. I'm really holding on to hope that Roman Reigns does not lose the strap tonight. Not until he beats Hulk Hogan. And since his bloodline rules just kind of makes it a no holds bar, do all the brothers get involved? Does any family get involved? Uh, um, it has came out. It has been said that there is gonna be some surprises tonight. Who can that be? Can John Cena come out? I don't know if he'd come out for the main event, but I guess The Rock will be all over this match. Anyway, junkies, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. Watch a little bit of the countdown show and see what happens. Like I said, according to CBS Sports, before we wrap it up, according to CBS Sports, the WrestleMania Night One is kicking off with the World Heavyweight Championship between Seth freaking Rollins and Drew McIntyre, followed by the Final Testament versus Authors of Pain and Karrion Cross. Um, I'm sorry, the Final Testament versus Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits in the Philadelphia Street match. LA Knight versus AJ Styles, which I'm looking forward to that one. Followed by the United States Championship match with Logan Paul versus Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens in a triple threat match, which I believe will probably be the best match of the night. Followed by the WWE Women's Championship between Io Sky and Bailey. I think Bailey wins that match. Followed by Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes in Bloodline Rules, which is just a no holds barred match. And I think Cody wins that match. Although I am highly, highly, highly protesting that match. I'm sorry, not that match. Well, yeah, actually, I am highly protesting that match because it should be Roman versus Rock, but I'm also protesting Cody winning that match. So, but with that, I'm gonna go ahead tap up out of here. You guys enjoy WrestleMania Night 2. Let's see what happens. Let's see what some of these surprises are, if any. As of right now, this has not been the biggest, best, greatest WrestleMania of all time. Pretty good, pretty good. But to me, so far, WrestleMania last year was better. Cholo Trucker Wrestling Rehab. Shouts to all the junkies out there. Catch you guys on next one.
And I hope that